Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most important conversations you can have before buying a home in Calgary, the types of homes you should never buy here. I'm going to walk you through the real examples, the market data, and the traps to avoid that are specific to our local market, especially as the market shifts into late 2025. This is all based on latest data from Calgary Real Estate Board, CREB, and the local mortgage and housing reports. Let's start by setting some of the scene for what's actually happening in Calgary right now. In September 2025, Calgary recorded about 1,720 home sales, which is roughly 14% lower than the same time last year. At the same time, new listings climbed to about 3,782 homes, and active inventory reached nearly 6,900 units, which is about 36% higher than a year ago. That means buyers have more options and a bit more negotiating power. But with the increased inventory also comes a lot of variety, and that's where you really have to be careful. The benchmark price across all housing types sits at around $577,000, down about 4% year over year, with detached homes averaging closer to $670,000 and condos at around $320,000. So prices are softening a bit, but that doesn't mean everything on the market is a good deal. Let's talk about the types of houses in Calgary that even seasoned investors often avoid. Number one on the list, homes in known flood risk zones, especially along Elbow River and the Bow River corridors. Calgary's 2013 flood still shapes how insurers and lenders look at these areas today. Even with the updated flood mitigation projects, many properties in places like Mission, Roxborough, Rideau Park, Sunnyside, and parts of Bowness still carry higher insurance premiums and can face resale hesitation. If a listing looks too good to be true, especially near the river with an attractive price, double check its City of Calgary flood map rating. Insurers may require additional flood endorsements, and some mortgage lenders may demand a higher down payment. That can add thousands of dollars per year to your costs, and it can make resale way more complicated down the road. Type number two is homes with poorly done basement suites, quite common here in Calgary. Calgary has made progress on secondary suite approvals, but many older properties, especially in Forest Lawn, Dover, and parts of Mount Pleasant or Killarney, still have unregistered or non-conforming basement units. That may sound like a small detail, but here's why it matters. If a basement suite doesn't meet code, your insurance can deny coverage for any damage, and you may face fines or be required to remove the suite. As of the fall of 2025, the city's database shows that only about 30% of existing suites are fully approved. So if you're buying for investment or house hacking, insist on documentation from the City of Calgary showing full suite registration. Otherwise, that income potential might actually be a liability. Type number three are homes that back onto major traffic or train lines. In theory, proximity to transit sounds great. However, Calgary's C-train corridors, especially along Memorial Drive, Crowchild Trail, McLeod Trail, or anywhere the red line is in the south, can bring ongoing noise, vibration, and even property value stagnation. According to local appraisal data, homes that back directly onto high traffic arteries in Calgary can sell for 5 to 10% less and often take 25% longer to sell than similar properties just 1 or 2 blocks away. That might not sound huge, but if you're buying a $600,000 home, that's a $30,000 to $60,000 value difference. So if you're a first-time home buyer, don't get tempted by slightly cheaper list prices. There's a reason it's lower. Number four, and this one is critical, homes with foundation or drainage problems, particularly those built in the 1970s to 80s into Calgary's clay-heavy soils. Neighborhoods like Dalhousie, Silver Springs, and parts of Ogden are known to have areas where expansive soil movement has led to cracking foundations. A professional home inspection is absolutely non-negotiable. And even then, if you see signs of patchwork repairs, interior cracks wider than an 1/8 inch, or uneven floors, walk away unless you've had a full structural engineer's review. Foundation repairs in Calgary often run $20,000 to $60,000 or more, and some insurers will exclude future coverage if there's a known issue. Finally, number 5, homes that have been sitting for months without movement. With inventory up 36% year over year and months of supply at around 4 months, we're in more of a balanced or slightly buyer-leaning market right now. But if a home has been on the market for 90 days plus, that's usually a red flag unless it's a rare or luxury property. Common reasons are overpricing, hidden condition issues, poor location factors, or the seller's just unrealistic about the current values. Use the CREB stats and your agent's comparative analysis to spot when something's out of sync. If the price doesn't match market movement, like the citywide's 4% dip we've seen since 2024, we are often better to keep looking. Now, I'll add one bonus category here. Homes with a long list of minor issues that add up. Things like dated electrical, aging furnaces, poly B, roofs near end of life. Right now, with more listings on the market, buyers have options. So don't inherit someone else's $30,000 repair list. A lot of Calgary homes built in the early 2000s are hitting that 20-year mark where major systems start to fail. And if you plan to rent it or resell in the next few years, remember, buyers are getting pickier. They have data at their fingertips and know what updated homes are worth. Let's recap the list of Calgary homes you should think twice about buying in 2025. Number 1, homes in flood risk zones, especially near Bow and Elbow River. Number 2, properties with unpermitted basement suites. Number 3, houses backing onto major traffic or train lines. Number 4, homes showing foundation or drainage problems. Number 5, listings that have been sitting on the market for months. And number 6, our bonus, properties with layers of deferred maintenance that will drain your budget later. Avoiding these types doesn't mean you have to pay more. It means you're being strategic in a market that's finally giving buyers some leverage again. So here's why all this matters even more right now. Calgary's active inventory of nearly 6,900 units means choice and competition amongst sellers. The average price is down slightly, around 2 to 4%, but that's a normal part of the cycle as we move into a balanced market. With 5-year fixed mortgage rates in Alberta hovering between 3.7 and 4%, buyers can lock in stability while shopping carefully. And as we enter 2026, analysts expect inventory to normalize, meaning this window of negotiation power might tighten again. So the key takeaway, you don't have to chase risky deals or questionable properties to get value right now in Calgary. Smart buyers are choosing quality and location over cheap and quick. So there you have it. The type of homes you should never buy in Calgary, especially in this evolving 2025 market. If you're shopping right now, focus on verified condition, location stability, and long-term resale value. The data is clear. The best deals aren't the cheapest. They're the homes that will make sense when the market swings again. So that's the reality of Calgary's housing market right now. More listings, more choice, and more chances for buyers to make informed strategic moves. Remember, the goal isn't just to buy a home, it's to buy the right one in the right location for the right reasons. The data always tells the story, and I'll keep sharing that story with you as this market evolves. If you found this helpful, follow along or subscribe right here for my next Calgary real estate market update. Each month, I break down local numbers, new mortgage trends, and what they actually mean for your buying or selling decisions. No hype, just facts and insight. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next update.